Hi everyone, my name is Jalen Cook. This is my introduction video to EDL 850. A little bit about me: I teach middle school math and I coach high school volleyball, basketball, and track. I teach in a small district. It's located in Texaco, New Mexico. This is my third year teaching. I got hired on at a bigger district right after my student teaching semester in Portales, New Mexico, and then I went back to my hometown of Texaco to continue my teaching. I'm working on my master's in instructional technology and I'm a little bit over halfway finished. A critical reflection of what goes on in my school: legal issues really are not discussed. Now then, with that being said, it's not that I think that there's a lack of knowledge on school law. I just don't know that our principals realize that teachers need to be a little bit more educated on what's going on. If you need to know something, our principals definitely seem knowledgeable in regards to what is legal and what's not. They just don't discuss it until the need arises. One thing that is brought up every year: we have to sign, staff and students both have to sign an internet policy, which is an acceptable use policy, and then we also have to sign a sexual harassment paper in regards to our knowledge. Of course, some of those things come from watching Safe Schools videos. I don't know if that is a thing in other states, but in New Mexico, we have to watch those every year. IEPs are discussed often, but can be questionable. And what I mean by that is sometimes I don't know that teachers are actually following the modifications that are on IEPs. And I also don't know, because kind of myself, don't know the actual process. We have a SAT team in place, but our SAT team isn't exactly the quickest to get kids on the right track for an IEP. So I would like to be a little bit more educated on that, so that whenever I do go to present those things, you want to be knowledgeable before you bring up those discussions. Title IX is something that's very popular in regards to athletics. Our board policy is online. However, it's a little bit difficult to navigate. As I was looking it up for this class, it had a lot of broken links, and one page would be a bunch of numbers, and the next page might have a little bit of text. And I just think that that could be better, especially being on our homepage. And then FERPA can be discussed in regards to releasing records to parents, etc., but it's just not really discussed with our staff. And I think that that's a big thing. We have staff members that post pictures of students online, and I don't know if that falls under FERPA, but I definitely know that unless they've signed a waiver, their parents have signed a waiver, I don't know that their faces should be online on social media. Again, demonstration of what goes on at school. The board policy is online. Our principals do discuss some issues in meetings, but it's just as the need arises. Their knowledge is present in IEPs. We have talked about this several times in regards to that is a legal binding document, but some teachers just, like I said, for whatever reason, are not following those to the exact point that they should be. And then as discipline issues arise, sometimes our principals will quote different cases in regards to laws. My knowledge, if you couldn't tell from me talking, is pretty basic. I know several laws and several rules that I think are laws, but it's just not very in-depth. I do feel like I'm pretty confident on IEPs and what goes on in regards to their modifications, just not the actual SAT process itself. I feel confident on FERPA, my knowledge of religion in schools, and Title IX. Plans for improvement. I would really like to just sit down and talk to our principals about maybe why we don't have more discussions on what's legal and what's not. And it may just be that they assume that we're pretty knowledgeable, and until something arises, they don't feel the need to present it. I do plan on doing some more reading. I do have the book for this class, so I would like to sit down and look at some of that, and then follow changes in the state and federal laws, visit with some board members about the policies. And not to be critical, I just would like to know kind of their stand on what goes on, and really how knowledgeable are they about our board policy. And then, of course, I'm looking forward to working with all of you guys and learning more from this class and what goes on in your schools and your states. So I really look forward to working with each of you, and good luck to you all.